from our side, we are not planning to have load shedding for today. However, it's important to know that we are running a very old or it is aging power system which is going to have technical faults. Unfortunately, if something like the one that happened on Saturday, which is when we lost some of our generating units, unfortunately when that happens, sometimes obviously we are forced to implement load shedding. But from our side, we are not planning to have anything closer to load shedding for today and the rest of the week. But all of this is dependent on all of our generators working optimally.
What happens, Khulu, in the case that you do lose that generator power? What are the things that actually go wrong?
Yuveka, one of the biggest problems that we are facing is, among other things, boiler tube leak. A boiler tube leak, for those who know how these things work, essentially you have something which is equivalent to a distance from here to Durban, so about 600 kilometers of this tube. When that thing leaks, you essentially have to switch off the entire machine and sort of go from one tube to another, looking for the situation where this thing is leaking. And before you even do that, you have to switch off the machine and let it cool down, because obviously by definition, being a tube leak, it means that there's hot water going through those tubes. So you have to let it cool down, and then after that, then you only have to go and check as to where it is. So that's why sometimes when you have situations like this, it takes a bit of time before you can bring back the machine. But it's tube leaks and other things, sort of technical things that sometimes we happen in these machines. And because of their age, that's why sometimes you see those kind of things. And I must also acknowledge, UV, that obviously from our side, there was a time when we had neglected maintenance of our systems, which is why sometimes we have situations where you're having tube leaks.
All right, so you did mention Saturday, and I think a lot of people did notice that that was a little longer than expected. Are you still sending out notices, Khulu, when things, or when load shedding will be a little longer than anticipated? Because we had thought it was going to be stage one. All of a sudden, people don't have power for 6 hours. Will you let them know in time in terms of exactly what the problem is, and can you envisage how long it will take to fix?
We will continue to do that, UV. In fact, from our side, generally, we are able to sort of preempt as to how long the situation will continue. And on Saturday, actually, we ended load shedding an hour at least before 10 o'clock in the evening. So in some areas, it is not necessarily load shedding per se. It could be that some of the localized outages, like you have maybe a problem with a substation or something like that, maybe at a municipal level. So in addition to load shedding, then they also have their own problems. So it sort of exacerbates the situation. But some of these instances, it's not about load shedding per se, but localized outages.